I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Current surface analysis shows that we've got a low pressure area sitting in northern Missouri, but you know what? Where the action is actually north and east of there. A nice little line of precipitation working from Chicago back down towards St. Louis and spreading across northern Indiana. Snow could pile up 2 to 5 inches or so yet in parts of northeastern Illinois. Across northern Indiana, we could see some accumulations. Already had 3 to 4 inches in northwestern parts of Illinois, southern Wisconsin. And what's real interesting is it's mostly just wind-driven, a little bit of overrunning in and around this low coming into a cold air mass. That's it. It's not like we've got a good, strong storm center coming through. So, it's caused a few people to step back. And, everybody that was on the early plant bandwagon, let's go play in the dirt, yeah, they've been taken back a little bit here. This is just the beginning, though. We see 2 more massive cold air blasts that come here over the next week to 10 days. Another one late this week where temperatures may rival or do better than, and when I say better, I mean colder, than what we're seeing right now in this central to eastern Corn Belt location. And then, you know what, as I go toward the end of next week, a massive Arctic blast coming in again. So, you know what? We've got 2 more of these that come through. Each one could come with some precipitation. Speaking of precipitation, we're kind of bringing a little bit more moisture into the overall flow pattern. This is just the first little wave here this week of this snow that's moving across parts of Illinois and Indiana. We've got good rains that come in tomorrow night through Wednesday, and another good heavy batch of rain probably through the day on Thursday. All told, I'd say the eastern part of the Corn Belt, let's just go from the Mississippi River eastward, we could be looking at anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5 inches of rain, coverage probably a good 80% there. The heaviest rains will likely be that Thursday period down over the southern third of Illinois and into southern Indiana. But still, you don't want to count anybody out of the moisture here going from today right on through Thursday. We'll see another little wave come in over the weekend. Other than that, it's all about the cold air. We're definitely going to put the brakes on the mild weather, although temperatures will probably swing pretty good. Wouldn't surprise me to see a temperature up in the upper 50s to low 60s across parts of the eastern Corn Belt, especially northern locations as you go through Wednesday with that first little batch of rain ahead of the stuff that comes Thursday. We're going to see that, and then, like I said, the pendulum likely swings the other way quite dramatically as we finish out the week. We will see temperatures try and moderate a little bit as we head farther into April. I still look for below normal temperatures all the way up through about the 9th or 10th. But then we should moderate things a bit. I'm seeing a big push of the ridge, a strengthening of the ridge over the plains, over the middle of the country there as we head through April 1st, 2nd, 3rd. We'll see a nice front move through over Easter weekend as well. As we take a look at international weather, you know what? Taking a little bit of a back seat now as we're starting to gear up on planting weather here. Oh, speaking of planting weather, yeah, it's dry right now with high pressure in over the lower Mississippi River Valley. However, I'm not seeing that continuing as we go through the rest of this week. We've got another system that's going to be working its way through this week, deep south system that brings lots of heavy rain. So at this point, yeah, we've got continued planting delays that are be happening in the lower Mississippi Valley and through the deep south. No change in that. Overseas weather, still seeing on-again, off-again moisture in Brazil. Argentina's got a good front that comes through here as we go through this week. But again, kind of a backseat approach to the weather there now. More of interest is what's going to be working through our Australia as we go through the next week to 2 weeks. Some decent moisture coming in toward the end of this week in Western Australia, and we're starting to see signs of maybe some better moisture in eastern wheat areas as we go on through next week. The only place left out seems to still be South Australia and the wheat acres there. So keep that in mind as we move into more of a planting scenario in Australia. Also watching China, as we see above normal temperatures here. We'll probably see some moderation in temperatures again over the next couple of weeks. Moisture still prevalent to the south, but a front later this week and into early next week now looks a lot more steady for northern parts of grain areas in China as well. So maybe some of the dryness concerns over there will be abated. If you've got any questions on the weather in the meantime, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.